In order to better understand student needs or determine priorities for their school, educators sometimes come together to analyze school data. In this video, we'll look at tips for analyzing school data while alone or discussing with a team. We'll use a fictional example related to an educational project. To begin, let's recognize that some people are less comfortable or experienced with analyzing data. With busy schedules and competing priorities, it can be a challenge to find time to analyze data and further develop these skills. Know that if you do decide to come together with a team to analyze data, it's helpful to approach the work with an open mind and a growth mindset. With practice, your skills will improve over time. Now let's get into some actions that we can take when analyzing data. We'll look at a protocol called the ladder of inference, where, after you select some data to observe, you try to interpret it before drawing conclusions. We'll look at an example of analyzing student learning data, but school teams might analyze other types such as demographic, perception, or process data. Let's look at this fictional example of end of cycle 3 math results. First, observe without interpreting what are the facts presented in the data. Next, interpret the results. Look for trends, patterns of increase or decrease over a period of time. Use at least 3 years of data when looking for a trend. Finally, draw conclusions by asking yourself, now what? What decisions might you make based on your interpretation, and what might explain the results? Let's look at another fictional example. Suppose you want to interpret the success rates for an end-of-cycle exam. We'll look at 3 years of data for 2 classes. We start by observing facts. For example, both classes have the same success rate of 80% in 2017. Next, we interpret the data. We notice that there is a decreasing trend in the success rates. Finally, we draw conclusions. For example, that this subject is an area of concern and we should take action by digging deeper in the data to find out more about what's happening. There could be several explanations for the results. Understanding the story behind the results might require asking more questions. Analyze further by asking questions like, which skills did students master, which skills did they struggle with, and which competencies were challenging? Perception data, such as students' sense of well-being in an online learning environment, might give further insights into the results. Process data, such as differences in interventions implemented in different classrooms, can help you to form hypotheses to explain the results. So we've looked at a few tips for analyzing data. The first is to give yourself time to practice and develop your comfort level and skill. And the second is to follow 3 steps: observing, interpreting, and drawing conclusions. Thanks for watching. We're glad you joined us. Please be sure to check out the other videos in the series. See you soon.